Diversity. Diversity can mean a lot of things, right? Like different cultures, religions, sexuality, families, and so much more. So why shouldn't it be expressed throughout my classroom? Ladies and gentlemen, today we will be exploring my educational philosophy and how I will approach my philosophy with my students and how I will incorporate it throughout my classroom. As a pre-service teacher, I understand the importance of agents of socialisation in a student's learning journey. Agents of socialisation determine each student's engagement, participation and uniqueness in the classroom. Agents of socialisation are concepts such as gender, race, religion, cultural background and socio-economic status. Sometimes these concepts come with baggage, like nasty stereotypes, but sometimes these concepts can create positive stereotypes. Agents of socialisation create diversity. They create different identities for all individuals and can help people interact with one another to gain more knowledge. I believe diversity within today's society and classrooms is a concept that should be encouraged and embraced. Diversity gives children the opportunity to conquer nasty stereotypes that surround them today. It gives them potential to think outside the box and engage with all different kinds of characters. I see teaching as a multifaceted role in society. I have to find different ways and approach each student's learning journeys differently. As a teacher, I have to identify different learning approaches to teach Indigenous students, religious students, students from single-parent families, and students with special needs. This notion relates to the professional teaching standard, knowing your students and how they learn. How can I expect my students to learn and excel if I do not take the time to engage in their interests? Therefore, I have an expectation of myself as a teacher to acknowledge all students' backgrounds and interests in order to help them reach their full potential in my classroom. Kirsty Columbus' philosophy of multicultural education has influenced my personal education philosophy, as she states, "Diversity promotes individualism throughout the classroom community, and a teacher's responsibility is to encourage acceptance and multicultural equity among all students." I believe my classroom is meant for teaching more than the standard curriculum. It is a place to learn about the diversity of my students and the multiple perspectives each may have. Columbus' statement reinforces the significance of diversity within a classroom and reflects my beliefs about what it means to be a successful teacher. My teaching philosophy is best explained through the activity of cooking. Yes, I know what you are all probably thinking. How? Well, let me explain it like this. There are several commonly used ingredients to make different recipes, right? Like salt, butter, sugar and eggs. But remember, they all make different things. For now, visualise a student as a recipe. This recipe may have a little bit of butter, but this one has butter and sugar. And this one has sugar, salt and butter. So I am going to sprinkle a little bit of flour in each recipe, or student if you will. The flour represents a foundation of learning that I believe is important for all students to receive, as it demonstrates the notion of equal learning. It is also my aim to highlight ingredients of one recipe to incorporate in another recipe. A real-life learning example of this may be to have lessons about Indigenous culture to create awareness of multiculturalism in my classroom. My pedagogy is by providing all my students with the same foundation. It will give them the same opportunities to learn and the same knowledge to be able to engage with one another. They will then be able to further build on this foundation of flour through their own personal beliefs and values. In diversity, there is beauty and there is strength. This quote by Maya Angelou captures the positivity of the concept of diversity and reinforces the notion that we should encourage students to express their uniqueness. I cannot speak for everyone, but I know I want my classroom to be filled with beauty and the strengths of my diverse learners. Thank you.